As you start out this course, something we need to understand before we break down and start to make plans for the future is that who you are is a product of your upbringing and the people you spent your time around, the communities you were in. Okay, so our nervous system is constantly trying to figure out how can I be safe, loved, and accepted. So, with your parents and siblings growing up, you developed a way of being that fit at least enough so that you would have your needs met. And then into adolescence, it was okay, like, how do I fit in with these people? Where do I belong in these groups, these cliques, these whatever? We're trying to find an identity that we like and that we click with, but we're going to go where it naturally feels the safest. And then into adulthood, we start to, just pick a path and go because we don't know who we are. We just chose based on safety. And that makes sense evolutionarily. We want to be safe. Our brain is would rather be able to predict what's going to happen next than to not, because even if it's not our ideal, it feels safer. So we need to come in contact with this identity that we built, this framework of who we are, and let it go. As we take stock of our lives and we go into what we like about our lives, what we like about ourselves, what we don't like, what we would like to change, we need to ask, is this identity who I want to be? Do I have the character traits that I want to have moving forward? And what would I want different? Um, a lot of us have parent wounds that, we never got along with a parent, or we felt like we could never fulfill their expectations of us. So there's a lot of things built in that are hard to come in contact with. We want to start to open that door in our minds and our subconscious to get in touch with ourselves and recognize where we're holding ourselves back and where we could push further, where we could get more uncomfortable, how we could step towards who and where we want to be in our life. So let go of the past to find your path. I talk about this with wrestlers a lot, and there comes a point in your progress where you're more concerned with making coach happy or making your parents happy, that you're not performing your best because you're nervous they're going to be upset with you if you don't do what they said. And so the way I say it to them is like, you have to F what they think. You have to do this for you. You're only going to be able to perform and do your best if you're doing it for you. If there's someone else that is the motivator for this, and it's the same with a job, with a career, with a relationship, if it's for someone else, it's not going to be what it can be. It's not going to be for you. You are not going to get the fulfillment and the satisfaction of it if it's for them. And it can be really hard to identify this. So it may be as you're working through a lot of these things and as we ask these deep questions that get into who we are, that you start to reveal, oh, this thing that I've been striving for X amount of years, or this vision of who I should be, is based solely on something my parents said when I was 8, or something my pastor said when I was growing up, or something someone complimented me on when I was 18. And recognizing that thing doesn't even matter to me anymore. But it's because it got planted and it felt good, and I thought fulfilling their desire for me would give me the fulfillment I've been looking for. I just kept going for it. And that's how I built my life the first time. I'm going to show everyone, or I'm going to do the thing that people are going to be proud of, and it's empty at the end. But that's just to open the door. Start to understand, oh, this isn't my idea. This isn't what I want. This is something that's been planted within.